them, we see
My name will live forever.
that even some
When
of
you look
our
up in the
people
sky and see the sun,
who think
just
it
know,
is an act
rise there
of
with you
honor
every step
to
of the
look
way.
upon their ugly,
They say, who named you that? The
disgraceful-spotted
ancestors
family.
did. The
With
mighty
this thought
ancestors did. That's who named
in
you that.
her little ignorant heart, they must set
That's a
the
fact.
public, and especially the members of her ignorant people, like herself, should think that she was really a prided woman to have gotten into the relationship out of her race with her father and her self and husband, open enemy, and the disgrace of her nation that she has brought upon them. Who are the murderers of her sons and daughters? This slave master's sons and daughters are our sons and daughters, murderers and disgracers. Even though they may be of his blood, the children that he has gotten of this foolish black woman, he will still lynch and kill that same son and daughter that he has gotten by her if that same son or daughter tries to enter into his family through marriage. As we see all of this today, as the case is now in Georgia. I put this blame on our nation's leadership, being disgraced by the white race upon our people. The whole entire blame now should be placed upon the head of the leadership of our people, because they can unite together and put a stop to it. That is, if they have any intelligent sense or have any common sense or love for their own people.
Facts.
And especially the preachers of the church and the politicians of our people.
Politicians, not
the
politicians.
Professional class and the educators who actually are to blame, who are the chief seekers and teachers of such evil, of intermixing the blood of their own race to destroy them from being a people. To permit such disgrace upon their own nation of intermixing and intermarrying, we see it is absolutely the ignorancy of the leadership. I would love that they and myself sit down at the table and agree upon reforming our people and making them a more respected people in the eyes of the civilized world, as I say unto you in the Arab language, which means peace. As-salamu alaykum.
Walaikum salam, brother.
For more information on the life-giving teachings of the Honorable
Alright, so I'm gonna end that. Just wanted to come up this morning with that for y'all. Another speech from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Let me see something.
movement from his headquarters in Chicago, where he preached separation of blacks from whites and formation of a separate all-black...
That the dead must rise mentally dead. So our so-called leadership is as dumb as those they are leading to this knowledge. Therefore, they hoped that they could have a place somewhere in the life of the white man of America and in his country and government. They seek that place. Not that they seek some portion of the country, place here. They seek only recognition of the white man as being a citizen of America and being his equal. And this is the wrong thing to be seeking. Since we now have served our prophetic term of slavery here in America, and now we have a taste of education of our slave masters and their children. We don't go now to the colleges and universities of the white man looking for degrees to go back to him then for a job to work, live with him, or some bread in the bread line.
Well, what is wrong with that ambition, Mr. Muhammad? It seems to be working out and growing.
He was a subject, a servant all the time. He's not getting an equal place with his master by seeking that job. The only thing that he should seek now, since he admits that he's free, and he is free, he's not no more a servitor slave. He is free.
The growing number of Negroes who have achieved prominence in all the fields of this country, economic, the social life, the arts, indicates that there is tremendous progress being made, and the growing middle class of the Negro is tremendous today, with a tremendous purchasing power.
Mr. Cup, but the progress is only being made to the position or status of a more prominent servant, and not a servant that is equal with his master and owning such thing is placed on this earth that he can call his own like his master.
Do you say that people like the Dr. Ralph Bunches and any number of other Negroes who have achieved fame and fortune are still servants in this community?
His fame and fortune is not his. That's the white man. He has achieved fame and fortune for the white man, not for his black man. All that the prominent, I would say, politicians, teachers, and clergy, all has worked forward to the help of the white man to achieve fame for him and his race, but not for themselves and their race.
Let me take you to another area, Mr. Muhammad. Our government is spending millions of dollars in various programs mostly aimed at uplifting the Negro for better education, better job opportunity, a better share of this society. Now, isn't that a worthy commentary on the white man's role?
If the slave master gets rich and richer, he can do better by his servant, his slave. But the slave is now, as I say, stands at the crossroad. He can go for himself. And why not the master teach him how to go for himself and provide him with the necessary means to go for himself and not keep petting him around his door.
Let's assume
a better suit of clothes.
Let's assume, Mr. Muhammad, that your separation policy comes into effect. You will ask the United States to give you a state large enough to take care of all the Negroes in this land. That would be about 1/5 of the territory.
Well, it's about 22 or more million of us.
And then you would ask the United States for 25 or 30 years, according to your book, The Message to the Black Man, to operate this for 25 or 30 years.
Not 30. 25.
And also to give you a land that's fertile and rich in minerals so that the Negro can make a rise from the earth.
Yes, sir.
A justifiable living.
Yes, sir.
How would you build an economic system? How would you get the people to start in each state?
How would we get them to start? I'm asking you for the start.
You want the government to start the state for you, to build build all the buildings and give you the education
We believe that you are obligated to start.
I don't mean to cut it off, but that was the second man, so-called man, that came up to me begging this morning. Come on, brothers, we got to do better. Y'all out this motherfucker shot out. Talk to him, Elijah.
Start us out in such state, according to your own civilization, or set up for your own civilization. It means that you have to set your own race up as an independent race here today, not what you had 400 or 500 years ago, but what you have today.
Let me pause for just a moment, Mr. Muhammad. We still have to interrupt for commercial on this program. We'll pause for a moment and be right back with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Mr. Muhammad, while we're talking about this very unique proposition of yours as expressed in the message to the black man and, of course, in all your philosophy, it's interesting to note that Abraham Lincoln once proposed or thought that all Negroes, perhaps for their own best interest, should be moved to a separate state. And Garvey, a great leader of the Negroes many, many years ago, proposed that the Negroes have their own state. He was never too successful. And if I remember correctly, the communists in the early 30s, at the height of the Depression, urged that the Negroes be given their own state in an effort to capitalize on their following, I presume. None of these ever came to fruition, or were ever successful, or ever interested too many Negroes. How do you figure that you today can get Negroes to leave the country of theirs and go elsewhere?
Well, I was not
should have came yesterday.
Power to do, don't have any power to do any more than those teachers that preceded me on the same subject. I myself don't have any power of myself to bring about such change. But God is with me to bring it about. And the time is with me.
How has your God, Allah, manifested himself in this presentation?
He has manifested himself in the person of a man and with the knowledge of the end of the history that we have been in service to white people and the time that we should be separated from them. This knowledge was given by him. And he is the one that is backing it up. It is not me. I don't want you to look at me as nothing but a messenger. That's all I am, just a messenger to tell you what someone said to me. This that I have said to you concerning the separation, it is not say contrary to prophecy. The sayings of the prophets concerning a separation of the slave and his master. It is not contrary. But where I come in at there, I'm asking you if you would like to do something for yourself in admitting this justice from yourself, as this is nothing but justice, to give the slave something to go with if you have freedom. That America has never done for us. Our past was never given anything to go with us. Now, the time has come that God himself will intervene to separate the so-called Negro or the last members of their people, the black nation of the earth, from their once slave masters. This is the time, according to the prophetic sayings and writings of prophets, that we must be separated.
I just want to ask you one question along the separation theory before we move on. There are approximately 22 million Negroes in the United States. There's an estimated 100,000 members of these who belong to your sect. Now, how can you expect 100,000 to dominate 22 million who don't feel the same way that you do?
Oh, Mr. Cups, the number doesn't mean anything. We have history dating back that just less people than that. Even the people that dominated in the world today, your own race, they was not started with even 100,000. Only 59,000 was used to make your own world.
all the
It
way up.
don't make any difference about the number. It's only the ones that are believing in the honest about accomplishing the aim and the purpose.
If you had your choice of territory in this country, where would you select?
Well, I'm not saying this. I have said time and again. I will not say where I would like to have a room in your house, but whoever you are willing to give me a room there.
Mr. Muhammad, in your book, you also say the war between the non-whites and the whites is inevitable.
If you will permit me, Mr. Cup, I would like to go back here to this separation.
All right.
We often have been misunderstood on this. We know that the prophet says that we should be returned or will be returned to our own. But I have said here in this book, and almost weekly I'm saying something about it, that if America wants to ease their troubles, as this is the trouble that she is confronted with, it is her slaves. I don't care what someone might say or may say.
All right, y'all. I say to Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I say, King. Yeah, y'all, we down Memorial Park. I say, King. I mean, y'all know over there, like I said, every time we had them heavy rains, it flooded like a motherfucker over there. That shit under like a motherfucker, y'all, all the way up to the barn. If not past, because I see the baseball field got debris in it too. So that day it rained a couple days ago, that shit was all the way up to the baseball field. But they want to build a pond down here. There's already a pond down here. And that's a fact. Next time we get some rain, I said I was going to cover it last time we get some rain, but it's all good. We'll get it. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to bring my jet ski down here. I'm going to show y'all. I shake, King. About to take it to the headquarters. But before we do that, let me see. It's just the mosquitoes, you know what I mean? Wherever there's water, creek water, there's mosquitoes, y'all. But look at this, y'all. And then the smell, you know what I'm saying? See this? That shit was all the way up. All the way up to here. See that? I see that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a problem there, y'all. It's a problem there. But my thing is this, we done seen 2 grown-ass men in our travels asking for $1. One motherfucker had on $200 sneaks, $80 jeans, and a $60 shirt, asking for $1 at the laundromat. The other brother just came out the house. You got $1 so I can get a cigarette. And both of them work. Both of them work. See, on the plantation. They work 40 hours a week and don't got $1 at the end of the weekend. It's crazy. It's crazy. But they put their self in that predicament, ladies and gentlemen. They put their self in that predicament. You know what I'm saying? Because they sleep. They out here sleepwalking, y'all. It's a lot of people out here sleepwalking. And he come run up on me yelling out a motherfucking fake government. That's not my name. It's not my name, brother. If you knew who I was, you would have knew that's not my name. So that's how I judge people. If you don't know my name, you don't know me. You feel me? I don't give a fuck if we came up from the sandbox. If we came up from the sandbox, bitch, you supposed to do a daily report of your peoples. See? They never knew my government name was Sun Rashaka Shakur. Well, that's not my government name. That's the slave master name. that I once had. Curtis. 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 Nah. They got a lot of transgenders out here now. That used to be females that now they men. They got all types of names. Franks, Curtises, Bills. You know what I'm saying? So when you see him, you don't know if he black or white. But when you hear some Rashaka Shakur, you know most definitely he's an African. You feel me? And my name will be around forever. And that's a fact. My name will be around forever and ever. They say, name your kids after you to keep your legacy going on. But you naming your kid after the plantation name that was given to you. See how that worked? Elijah Muhammad talked about that. A name don't mean nothing. Okay, stick around, you'll see. They dying off, and you still living in their name, keeping their name going. Slave masters. You don't even know your own name, you don't know your language, you don't know your religion, you don't know nothing. It was all given to you. Your education was given to you, your degree was given to you by your slave masters. And that's a fact. That's a 100% fact. There's a bunch of people out here. All this debris down here. Yeah. But I'm going to end the video here. Y'all stand on y'all square. Put the Most High first. Everything else will fall in place. With that being said, to the next time. Peace.